All right, so let's keep on going, though. Tell me about a Flatbush girl. Describe a Flatbush girl to you. I roll the gal, a nice gal, a dibby gal. You know what I mean? I said, Virgin, describe me a Flatbush thing. You understand me, Virgin?
Yo, well, you know, first of all, like I remember when I was younger, we used to call that shit the Halle Berry cut. You know, when they used to have the short joint. The short, yeah. You know, the Halle Berry cut or whatever. Nameplate. Name ring and all of that other dumb shit.
Okay. All right, I'm about to touch one thing I know you really love besides this filming thing. I'm about to touch one thing I know you love because I see it all over your gram. I see you. Oh,
you about to say
Tell me about the. Come on, man. I guess you knew it, man. You come from the era. Tell me about the polo era. My man, before you start that, my man hit me up this morning and said, yo, son, ask Mo about them times when niggas used to layer up with gear, like, you know, got the sweater, got the turtleneck under, then the jacket, then the vest. But, like, talk about the polo era.
Even crazier than that was, yo, it's not the way it is. It wasn't the way it is now. You understand what I'm saying? Because now, yo, bro, any little 16, 17-year-old kid could throw on a pair of red bottom shoes, $1,000. Hold your own back then. You couldn't wear that shit because niggas is taking that off of your back. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, like.
Hey, I want to hear your point of view because I know what I was doing. I ain't trying to be proud of it, but those times I was getting it. And I ain't go to the store and get it.
I mean, yo, come on, my nigga. I wasn't going to Macy's and buying no $400 teddy bear sweaters, bro. Like, that wasn't happening. You understand? So, of course, definitely. You know, it's so crazy, right? Like, I started boosting when I was. I think the first time I went boosting, I was 14. And listen to this story, because this story, it just goes to show you how crazy the hood is, right? So my mom's literally sent me to the store to go get something for her, right? And like I said, I lived on Argyle between Church and Caton. And around the corner on Westminster, it was this Haitian dude named Luke. And on Stratford was my man Hanson. They used to boost heavy. So I'm going to the corner store and I bump into them and I'm like, yo, where y'all going? So they like, yo, we going to Jersey. I'm like, what y'all going to Jersey for? They said, yo, we going to Steel Polo and Guess. We going boosting. So I'm like, say worse. So I'm like, yo, can I come?
Up the back.
I'm like, can I come? They were like, yo, go to your crib, bring a book bag and let's go. I said, all right, yo, let me get this stuff for my mom.
Up the back.
Yo, bro, I literally got what I needed for my mom's, dropped it off at the crib, went with a book bag, headed with them right to we went to Newark, we went to Macy's, and we went to the ski spot. Then we went to Journal Square. We had this thing we used to do. We used to go in sneaker stores and we would steal the display. We would steal the left foot. Then we would go to another sneaker store to steal the right foot.
I love you.
Yeah, like you know what I mean?
Oh, Mo bringing out the real Fendi facts, boy.
Yeah.
Steal the display, go to the next store, bust that,
take the right
go ask for the pair, bust that.
Yeah, so mad times I would catch an 8.5 left foot, I would catch a 9 right foot, and I'd be rocking 2 pairs of different goddamn pairs, size sneakers, whatever. But you know, we ain't giving.
Oh man.
But yeah, but you know, the low was heavy because that's all I wore back then. You know what I mean? That's all I wore.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? So, you know, we used to boost, we used to do deals, like tell a nigga, yo, I'll give you this P-wing, give me and the nigga be like, yo, throw a hat and throw a pair of polo socks, and you know what I'm saying? And I give you
right.
So, you know what I mean? But I was real heavy in that culture, man. Real heavy in that culture.
What's one of so tell me one of your favorite pieces before we get into your to your life. Tell me one of your favorite pieces of your low.
One of my favorite low pieces was the Big Ski Suicide Man. You remember the Suey sweater, the Big Ski sweater?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
I remember that. Matter of fact, I got a Suicide hoodie somewhere in this house. I got to look for it.
But back then, I think my favorite piece was the POLO Varsity Zip Down hoodie. That was
POLO Varsity.
Yeah, the zip down hoodie. The zip down hoodie.
Okay. All right, Mo. So let's touch on you. I think we touched a little bit on Flatbush because I'm getting texts. I'm seeing in the message, everybody asking this main question, and you all from Flatbush, and this is where you did Money and Violence at. So before we get into the Money and Violence, I want to ask you a little something like, when did you start to write, and what was one of your first writing shows that you did? Like when did you decide, or when did you realize that you had the craft of writing, and what was the first one you did?
All right, so Money and Violence is the first show I've ever written or done. Like at the time, you know, I was in the streets heavy. Like that's how I was really getting paper. You understand? But the one thing about me, and I don't know if it's because of the way I came up, right? Because I was literally like one of the last dudes left, because everybody I grew up with, like 90% of them is either locked up or in jail. So with me, it was like when I was doing my thing on the streets, the more money I got, I don't like using the word paranoid, but the more I felt like my clock was ticking. You know what I mean? Because I always felt like the more money I got, the closer I was to jail. You get where I'm coming from? So although I was doing me, I was always trying to do something to find my way out. You know what I mean? Like I wrote 2 books that I never published. I had started a website. I had a clothing line. And Money and Violence was just, I was literally in my bed one day and I'm like, yo, what's the next thing that I want to try? You know what I mean? And I was just like, yo, damn, I never did a movie before. You know what I mean? So I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to try to do a movie. So I went to my man. I'm like, yo, I think I want to do a movie. So he was like, yo, whatever, man. Let's get the camera. Let's, you know, do what we do. So bought the camera, bought a mic, wrote 2 scenes, got some of my peoples together, went out and shot the first 2 scenes, learned how to edit it on YouTube, edit it. And when I saw it, I was like, damn, this shit looked exactly like what I saw in my head. So I was like, damn, this could really happen. You know what I mean? So Money and Violence was just something, man, that I just went out there and did, bro. And it was, I did it to try to pretty much save my life. Like, that's how I see it, because I just felt like I said, man, the more bread I got on the streets, the more I just felt like I was getting closer and closer to the pen, you know? And the crazy thing is, when I remember when we got to episode 5, when we got to episode 5 of the first season of Money and Violence, and I was headed out of town. So I get to a rest stop, and this dude walks up to me. He like, yo, you that dude? And I'm like, I'm what dude? And he like, yo, you that dude from that show on YouTube? And this one of the first times anybody ever recognized me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, what? You know, mind you, bro, I got work. I got work with me. You understand? I'm going out there to do my thing. And I remember I took that trip up there, and I remember I always said, I said, yo, I'm looking for my way out. You know what I mean? And that moment, when I finally got back to NY, like I was telling my man, yo, we got to stop. And he was like, what do you mean we got to stop? I'm like, yo, we got to stop. Like, we at that point, but we at the fork in the road. You understand what I'm saying? So it's either we go left or we go right. If we try to do both, it's going to fuck up both paths. You know what I mean? So he was like, yo, but how we going to make paper? I said, listen, bro, I ain't got time to think about that. Whatever we sitting on, we just going to deal with that. You understand what I'm saying? And, yo, bro, I just rolled the dice, man. I just rolled the dice.
Roll, nigga. You did a good roll, 4, 5, 6
I mean,
trips.
I can't. Listen, bro, if it's for financially, like, financially, I took a step back. Because truth be told, up until this point, like, don't get me wrong, like, I made paper over this film shit, but I was making a lot of paper on the streets. You get where I'm coming from? But nothing can beat the peace of mind. You understand where I'm coming from? At the end of the day, like, my kids know what I do. You understand where I'm coming from? And I ain't gotta worry about all that BS no more. I can have this conversation with you and not have to worry about it, because I don't deal with none of that shit no more. You know what I mean?
That's facts. I love the way you roll, brother. I'm telling you, I love the way you roll. I tell a lot of people, I get in debates about you. I love the way you roll.